Hello, this is Eon.
And I am Pion.
Pylon.
And welcome to the Ian and Pion Constructed Show.
And today we'll be taking the Angry Abominations deck into the constructed queue.
This deck was featured by Ian on the Battlebrand main site
On the article.
this week
Actually,
in
I'll
an
put I'll
article.
put
Yeah,
that in like the YouTube description after this.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just in case you haven't read the article yet, and how I just chanced upon the deck, I guess. I mean, it was literally me at 3 a.m. like asking Pion, would it be cool if we just slammed the Abomination Shell and Raid Shell together with Xerox down the center,
I was skeptical at first
and then it worked.
for good reasons, I think,
Yeah,
but the deck plays out surprisingly well.
yeah. Find the blooper.
Also, it's oh look, your tournament is complete.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a 1-0 going on?
The 1-1.
Okay,
Oh well.
then it's fine, I suppose.
For the sake of the video, I will throw away about 7,000 silver. It's fine.
The sacrifices that Ian makes for these videos, I think we all have to appreciate it.
I could easily have done that like before the video.
Yeah,
For the
I
greater
mean,
good.
you can easily be playing Soulforge,
Oh yeah.
which can't be done at all times. There have been a lot of lag for you this
Oh
week.
yeah. Don't tell me about it. It's really annoying.
Yeah. So let's go through the deck list a bit, waiting for God of Ruse to make his first move, or her.
Mm-hmm.
We have an Abomination package consisting of 12 cards.
Yep.
That is the Lord, the Dire
Direhound,
Hound,
Progeny,
Progeny.
and more.
Yeah. And the good thing about an Abomination shell is that you actually don't need many Abominations because the Lord can sack itself.
1 second. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's like the best part about Abomination Tribal. Because you don't actually need like other abominations to
This
make it
first hand
function.
is
It's
yeah.
very
This first
reactive.
hand is pretty weak, I think.
Go progeny more maybe.
I think yeah, Progeny Maw makes sense. And then we block with Progeny, yeah, maybe. No, we block with Maw.
Yeah, it goes to 5, so oh. Oh yeah, 5, that means we should block with more because progeny will never kill it in 2 hits and 2 hits anyway. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Dustmore, right? Let's just assume it's on Dustmore. Not Relic Hunter.
yeah.
Oh, at least you got the Wind
He's on
Weaver
20.
to.
He's on 23. We can just check it in the log.
Looks like a pretty good Tyrant.
This is an insanely good tyrant, although overriding
Progeny is kind
progenies
of.
aren't the best. So you have to play a card that you want. Maybe you actually override the progeny here,
But, but we
and
can't, we
get
can't, we can't do
the.
it though because we need more to hit into the auras first. Otherwise, the more dies to Tyrant Fire, and then you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have to go combat first, and
Yes.
ugh, it's yucky.
Yeah, overriding progeny isn't the best. So it does make some sense to overwrite another card.
But what else we
Question
override?
is a 4/4 and a 6/6 progeny better than having an active abomination, an active lord, or a frostmane dragon at this point? I think they're all fine choices.
Honestly, the thing about Progeny is that unlike like the deck we did last week, that Progeny is no longer the star of the show. It's more like a supporting actor at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'd like to overwrite and then play the dragon. The dragon is one of our best threats.
We also haven't seen any Regis yet, so you know we might get a rage next turn, and that'd be pretty cool. Say if we
Yeah,
can, say he blocks in 5 and then he puts some other guy, then we can just rage. But well, we don't get it, of course. Of course, if he plays Duskmaw Tendrils here, we get cheeky value.
get kind of blown out. Yeah. This Xerox, I think we have the on time dragon here, which is really good.
Yeah,
And I think
I think he only plays
we should,
Xerox when you have some things dying, so at least its body is on par.
yeah. And it's a good underdrop because they have to,
They have to deal
uh,
with it.
yeah, it's not just a card you can have lying around.
Yeah, you have to deal with it eventually. And 7 health is actually a pretty good
Ooh, Arborist. This is going deep.
especially if I hit him in the face. 8 goes to probably 1, I think.
So we proc it in 2 or 4,
Hmm.
then move the dragon to 5,
Don't you want him
play
in the
another
face a bit
dragon
though?
in. I think we don't block the Arborist here.
Yeah, definitely not.
So put the egg in 2 or 4, just so when it hatches,
You'll be closer.
it's got greater coverage because
Yes.
your Frostmane dragon that you have in play right now will die soon, so you actually don't need the coverage. So I would put that in 5.
Don't you want him in
And
the
then
face though? Because, he has
yeah, you want to hit him
Arborist.
in. Oh, sorry, no, not 5, in 1.
1.
Yeah,
What?
and then you play the other dragon in 4 and the Lord in 5, right?
Yeah, that was my original.
Blocking with Lord and then getting a sack is pretty strong.
I guess we should have put the egg in 1 and then move the dragon 2. Because this egg is still gonna be like there for another turn, basically. Oh, damn it, mouse.
Are you having trouble with
My mouse
moving it?
slipped. My mouse slipped. Oh well. Uh, that was silly. It should have been the other way around, but because of the way my mouse slipped,
Yeah,
I had to.
yeah.
So far, for
Doesn't
no
matter
one.
all that much.
Things won't always go your way.
Actually, this matters quite a lot because now your Frostmane dragon is tied to the Arbor's lane, and if it was in 4, you could sack the Lord, which you're going to do anyway.
Are we? You can sack Progeny.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh, right.
So he goes down. It's kind of weird. We want to get him below 100, that's for sure. So that the Aboris
Yeah,
goes to 4-5. So it loses a 4-4 buff. So
I
if.
think
Hmm?
if maybe we would just block the Arborist with the Progeny, and then post combat we sack the Contagion Lord. The Contagion Lord is a 2/2, so post combat we sack it to itself, playing another Lord, and then we actually don't have enough spaces. So maybe we just
The
block
small
the
dragon?
dragon
Or this
with
one?
the dragon.
Like this small one. But unactivated Progeny is kind of silly, isn't it? But then again, 2-2 Lord is pretty silly as well.
Yeah, the 2/2 Lord is sillier,
True.
unless we are forcing through damage in 3 lanes. Then it would be useful to keep around. But now our opponents doesn't have to prioritize blocking the
Actually.
Lord. So I like sacking the Lord here. Is there a
Actually.
line with a double Contagion Fiend? Are you looking at
Probably
that?
not. I was thinking like
That gets rid of
you
the
move the
Duskmaw.
dragon to 3, you combat, and then you put the Lord in 1, and then Progeny in 3, and sack the Progeny.
I think there's a line in which you play Contagion Fiend, sack it, play another Contagion Fiend in 3, and post-combat you play a
Lord.
Contagion Lord in
Oh,
3.
yeah, that line
That
seems
means you don't level your progenies and the Dusk Maw will be out of the way.
yeah, that seems good.
Because the progenies won't do that much here. I know it doesn't feel good to level the fiends, but
It's what it progeny literally levels, so
yeah, and this Arborist
does
won't
it
be very
die?
strong.
3, 5. It'll go down to 0-1. So
It's 2-1, right?
it because we knocked him below 100 and then it's 2-1. I guess we just move here and put the Lord in 1.
Mm,
We're not gonna get any
yeah, I
value out
suppose.
of the.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's gonna want to block that guy, or if he's not, we're actually getting a move out of him. I like that play.
Boom.
And getting double dragon is pretty good. We need to play faster though, because this player level has taken 7 minutes. This is a not quite good enough tyrant.
A smidgen poor. Anyway,
Ors and Scythe is still a thing, I suppose.
well, I mean he's spiked in the Scythe too when we have a full board of dragons. Yeah,
So we moved one dragon to 1, and we,
dragon 1.
sorry, to 5. Right, the 1-2, maybe, that actually isn't doing anything else.
True. Probably want to put Tyrant there. That's silly. You can get another Lord. You can go Lord Windweaver, Tyrant. Not in that order, of course. So just
Yeah,
Tyrant on turn
having
1.
a dragon here isn't really doing much
Yeah,
there.
my name is Mr. We should play faster.
Yeah,
This one gets so much life, it's kind of disgusting.
yeah. Hopefully it doesn't have a weak Wegu, because then
We'll
the
probably
game
die.
could snow. Well, I think we will have a Lord, and
Why
we
did I
will.
move? That was silly.
Yeah. Well, you've already moved once, so if he had a Leyland Golem, it would already be in play.
Probably should have moved it. Oh, this horse is disgusting. There's 20 health. Ugh. That's really bad.
That's a lot of value. Was it? It was a Scythe 2,
Yeah,
just
it was a
Oros
Scythe
and
2.
Scythe 2.
Scythe 2 on the full board. Very disgusting. So any semblance of Wiggle we die. A Boris is pretty troublesome because he's going to gain 20 at least.
Yeah, maybe another Scythe and a Wegu.
Oh, come on. Okay, we get free
Oh,
stuff.
that Tendrils is pretty bad for us. So we actually have to rage now.
No, we just had blow up the fiend.
Oh yeah, yeah, we have the Lord. That's really good. So getting a Lord and getting a Rage. No, we're just blocking with the other Contagion Fiend, I suppose.
Well, it's pretty okay. It's not the worst possible outcome. The worst
Yeah.
possible outcome was a Wake win. Waku, we probably would have rolled over and died. Before.
Yeah.
I like how even though the Lord 0-3, he's still threatening a free play.
Scythe has
Oh
been
my
pretty
come on.
problematic for us so
Oh
far,
come on.
let's say. We have the Maw and the
The
Dire
Dire
Hound though,
Hound.
so we're not dead. So you put it there, yeah.
Wait, we need to
Put
think
it
about
in,
it. We need to think about this a little bit. So we put it in 1, then the wind wheel moves to 3 to jump.
yeah. Move the Wind Weaver,
And then we
and
post combat Dire Hound and more.
yeah. And Dire Hound first, because we don't have any other Abominations.
Right.
To make sure we don't make a misplay that costs us the game.
Oh yeah, that'll be.
Which
That'd be nice
That would be really, really, really bad.
if we, yes, if we did that.
So, I mean, these turns kind of show how much control you have when you have a Lord
Oh
in
yeah,
play
there
and
are
you
many
have,
reactive hands in this deck.
yeah,
Sometimes that's a brilliant thing, and sometimes that's not so good, obviously. Because there are times where you want to be proactive on board, and your hands die hound and maul, and you cry basically.
yeah. But a lot of the matchup right now seems to be echoes of some sorts when you just want to grind for small advantages.
Zoo.
Yeah, like Zoom. And if you're not aware of what we're talking about when we're talking about Zoo, it's a sort of aggro deck with
Oh, my lane line
mainly
didn't go.
Dozer
I mean,
and
not to say it didn't go
Tarsus.
off, but just didn't have space. We debuff way good, right? And then Aboris will buff
Uh,
itself.
I don't think that's. I mean,
Yeah, Aboris kills
how do
itself.
we deal with the Arborist?
It
It's gonna debuff
dies.
itself.
It dies.
How low is he?
It's it's on 8 health if, you know,
Is our opponent?
opponent's gone down below 100, so
So he's on way above 100.
no, it's on 95. Okay, cannot tell.
I think the screen froze if you're still looking at the Arborist, or if you're still not looking at the Arborist,
I'm looking at the mall.
because I still look at the card right now.
That's annoying. OBS, yeah, OBS is at the same age as I am. Annoying. But then mall. Let me play the mall.
So what good threats do we have coming into player level 3? We
What the
have double dragon,
with
which is
frost
one of the
rings?
best cards.
Yeah.
We don't have a Lord 3.
Yeah, when you have a bunch
What
of
other level 3s? Yeah, we have a Maw 3.
all trees and shreds answer. Slight difference,
Oh, yeah, and some Contagion Fiends.
I
Well,
guess. Level 3 contagion fiend. That's our win
not,
condition.
yeah, it would be the worst win condition. Here we go.
Immortal echoes.
I think we are getting there at this point.
Contra.
So no, don't put it there,
Yeah,
right?
Tyrant's probably gonna screw us over if we do that.
So I think we just want to move both our guys and damage our opponent here, and block with the Contagion Lord.
And then don't want to play
And
Tyrant
maybe,
though.
yeah, maybe you want to play the Tyrant. But if you want to play the Tyrant, you want to play it as a blocker in 1, and then you play the Lord in 5, overriding your dragon.
Yeah, also need
Pushing damage, so getting your opponent far below 100
I mean the
is, I
Aboris
think,
tree is still 2021.
yeah.
It's pretty
We
respectable.
could actually play the Fiend here, but I think getting the Tyrant leveled is fine. This game is gonna go past player level 3,
Probably.
especially since our opponent have like double Chiron.
Chiron's always annoying.
This is a good hand. We get the double debuff.
How
And
concerned are we about that? I would be tempted to say not very. We can blow up this useless more. Or I can
yeah,
blow up Progeny. But we're probably gonna play the other Lord, so
yeah, blow off the useless maw. At this point,
this
maybe we actually don't want the board fully filled, but I don't think we can play around it at this point. So we Maw and
Direhound or
Dire
Maul?
Hound, I think,
Yes, we Direhound.
because of deck size issues. I think it's more important to have one less card
I think you can
than
just replace
having.
with this Lord. Actually, we could
Oh
replace the
yeah, yeah,
Tyrant.
that's good.
Wait.
No, it's good having the active creature, I think.
Oh,
The
true.
4/4 isn't actually doing anything.
Relevant, yeah. Well, neither are most of our creatures. He's just epidemicing and scything and most of stuff. Hooray, Fiendry.
Yeah,
And
Epidemic
god damn it, epidemic.
and Arborist. Arborist is big.
Forest.
I don't. This is something you have to remember. Don't play your tendrils into trades that doesn't really matter
Yeah,
because
because Leyline
if
demons
we
can
if we get
just
a leyline demon there, it just isn't worth it.
yeah, just law blows up himself.
She wanted to blow up itself playing double Tempe's guys that will be able to rage,
Yeah,
override the dragon so we don't have too many creatures, and block with
the fiend.
Contagion Fiend.
Yeah, that's my line of thought.
We could actually also block with Progeny.
Nah, I'd rather annoy him with the fact that his guys are going to get a 3/3 unless he. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
but
he
he's gonna
he does
battle
concomitant
first.
first. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Well,
And looking at our clock, we
oh
playing
god.
really slowly.
Well, that's because we keep discussing the plays, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Uh,
It's not a bad thing until we time out.
true. I'll agree with that.
Looking at this hand, I think Contagion Lord into wow, this is bad for us.
Diehound and
Can we?
Rage. Well, no. Actually, no, we can. We can Windweaver. Move the Windweaver.
If we move,
Oh no, the
oh yeah, and we will rage the
bloody
Wegu.
tendrils.
Yeah,
Messes up.
we rage will kill the Wegu, and if we have Dire Hound and rage, it actually is enough to kill the Oros, and then we leave the Arborist alive.
It's annoying. Well, pretty low raise.
So I think it's yeah, so it's Dire Hound and rage here. The thing is, you could block. You could. I think what you want to do is to block the Arborist post combat. So you block both guys. You move both your guys one step to the left, play the rage, and post combat you do the Dire Hound.
Ah,
That
yes.
way,
Okay.
his board will clear at the end of turn. Look at what work these Tempest guys are doing
Even
with the level
like
1 spell.
the smallest level 1 guys.
Yeah, against a big Arborist, a big Oros. Speaks to the power of the deck in some sense.
It's more for the power of Rage, really.
Yeah, certainly.
Like Rage is nothing to sniff at ever.
I really like this turn as a showcase of what the deck can do. And now maybe we will get a wow.
We
That
could probably
Wegu is
get
gonna kill us. Yeah,
yeah,
we're just dead right now.
probably
We don't have an out to that, except our opponents not drawing a life gain
Life King
spell
card,
for
which
the rest of the
is
game.
unlikely at best.
Infinitely unlikely. So what is the fastest way to win at this point?
What's just more debuff? How much health does he need to gain 2% off? 32,
It's
36,
yeah,
9 health.
it's
That's 9.
36 divided by 4, so it's 9 health.
If we debuff it with more, it needs
And
3
if we
more
buff it by
health.
10, it's 54. Going to the 46
It's
divided by 4 is
12. That's still pretty
12.
easy.
So the difference between 9 and 12, I don't think.
Is
I
it?
think we just want to go the maximum amount of damage that we can do here.
We just die,
Uh,
probably. Like, if we block this, we still die,
we
so.
we yeah.
So just whatever,
There's no
right?
reason to try to block the Wegu. We play to our outs,
There's probably like
which is
there's probably a
our
2%
opponents
chance we win this
not
game.
playing it.
And that involves him like going Oros, or like 2 level 1 Oros at this point.
Or a meteor shower hitting his house.
I don't think we want to wish them opponents.
No,
That,
definitely not. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
I guess it is. Go! No, not there, god damn it.
Oh, that's the wrong spot. So,
We die.
at this point,
Well, not die,
we,
but
yeah, we rage, right? But what do we rage away? The Chiron?
honestly at
Or
this point our
the,
life
I
doesn't
think, no,
matter.
no, we rage away
Does
the
more.
Duskmaw.
Because at this
For
point if
sure.
the Wego hits us once we die, so
Yeah,
yeah.
which,
It's probably a lost cause at this point.
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, the reason why this game has not gone our way is because of the 2.1 Oral Scythe. We were really ahead in 1.4, and then the
yeah.
2.1 Oral Scythe is,
And then again, I think this deck lacks the ability to apply sufficient pressure when faced with against scythes and epidemics.
yeah, kind of, yeah. Rest in pieces.
Yeah,
Oh, look at your massive
that's this
Wiggle.
game. It was
Ouch.
fun.
It wasn't fun. But we got 2.1 Oral Scythe. That was just disgusting. That was actually more detrimental than you might realize because they basically neutered our entire board and grew a giant threat.
Yeah,
So, well, life gain steals the game. Well,
I don't think this deck has a good matchup against life gain. We
no,
want to play more grindy games, and the
life
life gain
gain
deck is
is really
plays on a
good at the
different
grinding game.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah, playing against you can't actually grind against it,
because
which is the same.
it's just better the whole eventuality thing. Inevitability. English.
Yeah. Also, it grows the big threats, and it deals with threats. It deals with the grow wide strategy that we somehow have going on.
Is it zombies? Or no, it doesn't even does more.
Yeah, but you don't have to play Duskmon to play zombies, I suppose.
So we don't play. Do we play progeny?
Mm, that's Progeny is a bit weak here, but and I
Ah,
don't think this is the matchup for Leyline Golems. We don't level that, and Dire Hound is Dire Hound. I mean, we will make up for the leveling disadvantage once we draw a
Lord.
Lord, if we can get it to survive.
I mean, it might be jank after all. We just got placed in the 0-1 bracket.
Now we have reach onto the entire board. I think we'd like to go
Dragon
Dragon
Rage.
and yeah, maybe Dragon and Rage.
Like the 0-7 is not going to do anything to it.
We could also go Dragon Windweaver.
Well, it depends.
Dragon
If
in the center for sure.
if you really place nothing, then we can go Dragon Windweaver. But I think Dragon Rage is probably the more likely outcome.
I'm not sure about that because we actually want the dragon in the center for to have coverage of the whole board, which means that we won't get value out of its attack if we rage.
Hmm.
So if we want to plan ahead a turn longer, we can actually level two threats instead of leveling a rage.
I mean, it depends on what he plays. If he plays two things that I barely care about, then yeah.
Yeah, or we can trade off a Windweaver. I think leveling the good cards here are a priority rather than getting a board advantage, especially since we already have played a Direhound to get board advantage.
True, but that was mostly because we didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah. Still, it's the play that we have, and we have well a sufficient board advantage at this point. And as long as he doesn't om nom nom, I think we have a good trade here.
You know, Distance 7 exists, right?
Yeah, but maybe our opponent is playing a lot of
Whoa. Talk about
wow,
bad blocks.
that's going deep.
They're
Those are both pretty bad blocks, yeah.
I
So
guess
we
it is
just
possible.
trade, I suppose, and
Yeah,
continue on.
I can see us winning the long game. Why will you block?
Also, I can see us being blown out by these guys.
I'm letting that.
Yeah, if we he has some pump the next turn, and we try to make another block, and we if we block the new Windweaver, I don't think. I mean, we don't have better blocks than the things we had. We could have dealt 10 damage, sure, but
What's the point? Like, there's no rush, is there?
I don't I don't think so. Although Dark Shaper is pretty strong come the late game.
True.
Until it becomes so late in the game
That
that it
everything
actually
is
doesn't
low.
have an
Then you.
at which point I'm actually not sure what would happen. Look at that. That's a good turn.
I will be done
So
with
we
you.
just ignore this guy, play the dragon in 1 and Contingent Lord in 2.
You mean Dragon Tree, surely?
Dragon in 3, surely, yes. And Contingent Lord in 2, although we don't really play around Zombie Titan
Might as well, right?
because yeah, but we already have a Windweaver in 4, which is not which is the block he'd prefer to make with the Zombie Titan.
True. True. This could be a spicy
This
tank.
is another good thing with Contagion Lord and Brimstone Tyrant. It's actually a pretty sweet interaction because you can use your first play to blow up your opponent's entire board, and then you have 2 more plays to populate the board afterwards.
He plays it.
I told you. I have a knack for this kind of thing. Also,
Rip.
that's actually a kind of a sweet play. Although Om Nom Nom is such a bad card.
Om nom nom is om nom nom. Abysmal Maw. It's like Abysmal Maw. You think you can go with Xerox and the Tyrant play? So we go Xerox in the
And,
center, Maw, sack the Maw,
and
and then block with Tyrant. What's the mainstream?
I mean, then we get a lot of damage on the Xerox. I like the play where we actually just play them all, debuff the Zerath, block it with
Tyrant.
yeah Tyrant or Windweaver. I'm not sure which is best in this matchup.
We have 3 players.
He's got a
We
lot of
just kill them all, so Xerox gets bigger.
yeah. So we start with Xerox in
3.
3. Yeah,
Because when
because
we
then it has mobility with our guy next turn. I think we'd like to play not the Tyrant, right? I
oh
think
yeah,
we
the
want to
win
play
we
the Windweaver over that.
so there's like there's a possibility that we get like the ability to move next turn.
Yeah.
We move Tyrant. I mean Lord. No
There is a
reason.
case to be made for it. I mean, he could block with Zombie Titan. That means our Xerox has a clear path. He can't block with Zombie Titan and Zrath's will, our Xerox.
Mm, I think leaving it is better actually.
I mean, it's unlikely. Well, he's at player level 2 at this point, so I guess it's not unlikely that he kills it.
To be fair, like the chances of us actually hitting with the Xerox are actually fairly slim.
Are they really? I think
Like he leveled 2
they are
wheels,
pretty
right?
good.
He leveled 2 wheels, he leveled on Nom Nom, he leveled Epidemic.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Told you. Surprise!
Maybe this will turn out to be just more will fodder.
But like it's still
So,
free, so we
do
could go
we?
Win with a Rage, or we could
I
go.
think we go Windweaver and then block the Tyrant with the other guy. We just ignore the Unrelenting Dead.
It's only
If he plays like a Nom Nom Nom, we can.
right. Every time you say Om Nom Nom, like Who decided the name of that card? Come on.
Hmm.
Who decided that we should just make a zombie card and his name is gonna be Om Nom Nom. Because why not? Om Nom.
Yeah,
I'm amused at least.
I think I'm still in the why not camp. I like I like that name.
It's
It's
fitting
silly,
and
but
silly at the same time.
I like silly.
Because you're silly, really.
This is a good Xerox turn, I hope. We'll get some Xerox and Rage, maybe.
Hopefully.
Let's see what fate has in store for us.
Probably the most horrible Om Nom play. And what's the best case scenario?
The
Not,
best case scenario is
not that.
one Xeraths will 1
Wait,
and no debuffs.
did he cancel the
This scenario is pretty good because we get to...
rage?
Do we kill the Dark Shaper?
I think we do.
Yeah, I think we do too. Does we don't actually get to...
Xerox goes to 3 and then 4, so it's just one off.
Yeah,
So I guess die Hounds and
unfortunately.
all that.
We could just move in and block with the Leyline Demon and play the Xerox in an open lane. But and I think we'd like to block with the Leyline Demon because it's just fodder anyway.
Order,
No,
true.
wait, Xerox would be fodder also. Is it just Rage and
Die Hound.
Dire Hound?
Looks like it to me.
Yeah, I think so too. Do we keep the 2/4 alive or do we move it and overwrite just so that our opponent won't have?
The will target.
Yeah. Did he play
He
the
played
will
he
last
played a
turn?
level 1 will last time. The time before.
Okay, so he still have 2 level 2 wills, which
Yeah.
we would like him to not play.
Pretty techy play. I enjoy.
I mean, the deck isn't showing itself from its best side at this point.
Yeah, he's not
When
doing the
we
crazy
are,
blow up plays. It's just kind of
we're
like
getting outvalued by these Necroium decks that uses debuffs.
oh, that's not a good sign, surely. That's like probably the lowest value group meal I've seen in a while. It's like a
Yeah,
glorified Hungering Strike. It's so
but
it's
it's worse than Hungering Strike, so it's not even glorified.
it's what's the opposite of glorified? It's something.
Why do you play the Dragon in the middle as opposed to the Windweaver? That's a misplay.
No, true.
But we got the Windweaver, so no harm, no foul.
I guess.
I mean, it's still a slight misplay, but
Not too bad. It's not like a
it's what it is.
really. It's not a ground shaking misplay, but it's still misplay.
But what if he has a card that he really wants to keep alive, and he can play it in player level or in lane 1?
True.
I mean, we just
I
give our opponent an
think
opportunity
we no wait.
that.
I think we put Fort here. But if we do that, it's too easily blown up by Epidemic, which he has shown us.
I kind of like just pushing damage with Rage. Although having the Lord to get an extra play in. Oh, okay, I really want the Lord in play for 3.1.
How safely do we want to keep the Lord? It's 4
I
attack,
think
so
I think it's good enough to block with the Leyline Demon. The Leyline Demon isn't going to do much. And I think we ignore the Unrelenting Dead and push some damage. Yeah, that's good. And play the new guy in 2, so that we still have control over all the board. This is a
true.
nice thing with Contagion Lore too, because sometimes can have your opponents hide behind your creatures so that you can't kill them
And then Lord just
with your
kills its.
mobility creatures, but Lord can kill itself and then you can move over.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this
This
hand
isn't the
is
hand we're
not.
looking for.
Yeah, we wanted something with
Like
less.
tree level tree.
I was going to be a little bit more modest than that, but I mean, this just shows how much we both dream.
A
You
man
may
can
be
dream, surely.
more of a dreamer than I am.
Except I don't remember any of my dreams.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that I tried to make Inyang work,
Oh yeah.
that's kind of like Magical Christmas Land, which should be equivalent to some sort of dreaming.
Dream. Oh.
So we have Dire Hound and Dragon
Mm-hmm.
just pushing damage
I
here.
think
I
pushing
think
damage
we're
would.
pushing a lot of damage.
Do we just ignore everything?
Um,
No.
I we could we can't empty lane.
It's a bit
Oh,
too weak to epidemic, isn't it?
I don't think it's too weak to epidemic. I mean, it's -4/-4, so that's fine. Maybe I kind of like pushing damage here
It's everything in
and
open.
having everything in open.
And then a
Move
die-hounded
your
chump. Yeah.
middle. Yeah, Direhound blocks the Zerath just to
Oh.
because we don't have more lanes.
True. I'm just money for epidemic at this point. Like if he has epidemic tree, this could be good. This could get a bit ugly. Not too ugly though. I mean, we just saw the house, so we're not killing him anytime soon. With the how at least.
Yeah, we could get some big. Look at this. This is 28 damage.
32. Oh, you mean on board?
No, no, I mean like it's sufficient to deal at least 28 points of damage.
Oh,
But you're right with it being a 22.
32.
So Epidemic 2, and we'll see how much of a blowout that is. I don't think it's too much of a
It's not.
blowout
It's not much
because
of blow at all.
no. Look,
No,
I think we
we
we got
just.
there.
We're not quite there yet though. The fact that my guys have mobility 7 is a bit concerning.
I think
9.
it's kind of redundant. Mobility 10,
I mean, we
we
could replace
overwrite.
the dragon just to see the numbers.
I think we replaced the demon, so we have a dragon with mobility 12.
Watch my shrug.
Look at that.
Much win, much weaving. Oh, this is pretty awkward. Doesn't matter when we're about to win, I guess.
Isn't the Doge meme a little bit outdated at this point?
Doge meme.
That much, whatever, such, whatever.
It only applies when you say both of them. Not when you say one.
What?
It only applies when you say both of them in conjunction, right? I don't know. I'm not expert on memes. Epidemic will actually save him. No. Epidemic 1.
Nope. Nope. No level of epidemic saves him at that point. Down to mobility 5.
Oh, our airport's shutting down.
Okay, so we got there against a pretty bad deck.
Yeah, to be fair, it was pretty janky.
Yeah.
I mean, it plays Om Nom. Well, I can give you respect for playing Om Nom Nom.
Unfortunately,
It's not
there
like
is
that.
almost no situation in which that is good. I
Which is
mean,
better than
if it was
Siphon.
actually zombie type or something like that, so that you could play it after a Strath's Will or something, it could make
So you
some amount
mean
of sense.
so you mean like a creature that siphons on a stick? Or you mean like a zombie that like noms another creature?
It's a zombie spell. Like you could play it after Zrath's Willing, so it's like
Do
the
those
zombie
exist?
tarball, but on a spell.
Those exist? Not
No,
yet, right?
not yet. They could do it in the future though.
What's his Slovene Hunter?
Relic Hunter. That means we are up against probably AT.
Maybe Mono
Ooh,
A
Meta
actually.
Minds. This matchup is surely interesting. It's really,
I
I think we
haven't
want to play the Leyline Demon here.
really.
Yes, it's one of the best cards in this matchup, and leveling those are crucial.
Do
We're
we
playing
do we
against
block the
Gox, and
Gox?
yeah,
We
I think
doesn't
we
go
block the
double
Gox.
Leyline Demon.
I think there's a good reason for us to do that.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
and also I think when you are playing against a deck with Leyline Demons, that you, if you know that, you should probably avoid playing your Relic Hunters in player or Relic Scouts in player level 1.
To be fair, Scouts on the Drix is still pretty high impact.
Yeah, it is. But it's still high impact when it's level 1 at later player levels, and then your opponent hasn't got the chance to level up their demons.
True.
Well, this is especially the case because you can't really play Relic Scouts into Tarsus
Well, we
because
get all three demons leveled.
that blows you out of the water.
And boop, go Leyline Demon, go. What's up?
Well, that's pretty good.
That was actually the best
Now
outcome.
now we'll get the trade with that card, and that would be really really hard when it's infinite.
Infinite, infinite.
Well, what is it? A 6/8 for a 7/8 probably.
Cross main 2 and Windweaver 5, maybe?
Yeah, I mean I don't like it being eaten by the Mind Welder, the Drix, and we have Abyssal Moss and stuff to get a positive trade out of it
To
next turn.
soften the tricks.
Yes. So it will just be something like a 5/4 with armor 1. Then you can eat it with,
Right.
yeah, a dragon.
Hmm.
Or rage.
Rage is probably just a trader though. Yeah, it is. That's even more reason to rage away. It's a shame though. It'd be nice if we got our lords. Oh, I thought we were in point 4. Silly me.
Yeah, but still, we'd like to play our lords, but
Xerox
Xerox and
might be
Rage
too good
is
for us.
really
He does not
tempting at this point.
activate.
It
Well,
doesn't need to before combat because he
uh,
wants to do some blocks.
true, it didn't affect the train 4. So he probably wants to. Yes, that
That is something that is,
concerning.
yeah, we probably want to. How do we do this?
The headache. This is nothing short of a headache.
Unfortunately, we don't really have many good choices. I think Xerox is one of our best because it will grow pretty large at this turn. I think Xerox and Rage, him having two Drixes on board
Actually, wait.
isn't isn't that big a difference from having one Drix because you can't
Oh yeah,
activate
I was
both of
like,
them.
oh no, silly me.
So I think you put the egg in.
One, let's jump.
Do we have to jump?
I mean, we can put
Yeah, I
Xerox in
think
one point,
we.
right?
There's not a space we can. We don't want to put. We want to put Xerox in.
Or probably.
Yeah, it's Frostman is the wrong card to have more than one mobility. If the Leyline Demon had more mobility, we'd have more choices of it. So I think yeah, block 5 damage. and get an additional proc on the Xerox. Plus, we will actually deal 1 damage to the Drix.
Yay, 1 damage. Rar.
Rawr.
Yeah, the rage. 1,000. Wait.
This is actually a pretty good turn for us. So we move in and block the Mind Welder here.
Oh,
No,
rage is nice.
this Rage is gonna be huge.
Well,
I don't
because
like not blocking the Mind Welder though, in 3. I think we should have moved in and blocked post-combat.
yeah,
Because
you're correct.
now we will get eaten instead of getting a trade.
The win was
But
good.
we will trade back. That Drix in 1 has dealt a lot of damage to us, but
Oh yeah,
we
that
haven't really
that
got
dragon
the
not
right
moving
cards
is
to deal with it. And at this point, wow, this Rage when our Windweaver survives is going to be brutal.
it moved
So you
over
move both.
twice.
Yeah,
It played
Xerox
our
in.
second Xerox in 2.
Oh my God, this. Now we're having fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could have taken way less damage if I'd moved the dragon. So that was me being 5 AM on. Yes, it's actually 5 AM for me.
Yeah. Considering how our opponent played, I think that play turned out fine.
I would say pretty sure amazing, really.
And now our Xerox will trade with Drixes and Goxes.
Or actually
Or it will actually
eat the
eat
Drakes and
Drixes
yeah,
if they don't have Relic Scout. But if they do have Relic Scout,
we have a Leyline
we
Demon.
have the Leyline Demon, which I think we are happy that we level at this point.
If
Our opponent drew 2 cards with
oh, the Overseer Pro. Wait, he got 4
Overseer,
cards,
so
didn't he? He got 2 Overseer Pros.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's basically
likely
guaranteed
having
to have some Skull Gnome.
some Scout or um,
I mine.
Iron Mind, yeah.
We call gnomes here. Really?
What? Actually not. That is
In the top
insane.
9 cards, you don't see a single one of them.
And now we just get to eat all these guys, playing a Lord,
And a
getting
Leyline Demon.
to. I really liked our spot at this point, but we have to say that our opponent was incredibly unlucky
9 cards of
that turn.
top 33. And there were 6 things that were triggered. I mean,
I mean, if he'd have an Iron Mind, it would have actually been good for us.
yes, you have been because we have just raged away all our troubles. But still, the top 9 cards you would assume. It's a pretty interesting occurrence.
Yeah.
There's a cool thing about the Lord actually, with Xerox. And when you drop Xerox down, you can sack the Lord to itself and you trigger
Yeah.
Xerox. Very nice.
Very, very nice. And I think you may want to do some tyranting this turn.
Let's see. If he blocks he's probably gonna block Xerox with damage.
Kind of needs to block at this. Oh, this is
Damn
just shy. If we have Contagion Fiend, sack Contagion
What?
Fiend. He actually played Echoes.
I know, but what? it's it's all. That's all.
Oh, I thought it was Lucid Echoes at first. Wow,
Yeah, that's why
that is going deep.
that's why I'm like, what? It doesn't work with your gnomes. I
So
guess
you
you want to
sack
pull the
the
Metamarans
Contagion.
and play the
Do
other
we
Lord.
sack the Contagion Fiend? No, we could have killed this. No, we can't. Sorry, it's 6 health. That was.
I guess we just
So
play
we
another.
play another Lord in whatever, and then a Dragon.
Yeah, just in case you
So we
get
should have
rage.
played those the other way around
Oh right, silly
to
me.
get more mobility.
Yeah man, IVM is really showing.
We're playing a lot faster this game.
Well, that's a good thing at least, right? But still. Oh, Wind
Maybe
Weaver with
because
the
of the
Xerox is really cool. Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
We might get a late demon.
Considering he can't block all the lanes, because we can sack our Contagion Lord.
Oh yeah. That's
Unless Well, yeah. This point we're gonna have a proc,
Hmm?
and we're gonna get the Leyline Demon into play,
Unless
which
he
could actually keep us from
win.
getting somewhere,
I mean, the
like
Lord's gonna
hinder our
kill
movements.
itself worse.
Yeah, it is. One thing that I really enjoyed was playing against
Surprise!
Leyline Demon. One of the things that you could do is wow,
Wow.
wow. Okay, so we can actually don't proc it. You can move the Frostmane over to the other side of the board.
You know.
You can sack the Lord. You can play the Windweaver
Or
in 4. Then you can move the dragon away
yeah.
to the other side, and then use Xerox in 1. And
That's only
then
14.
then you kill the Drix that is before the Windweaver, and then you kill the
Die on this.
um yes,
And that's the
exactly.
most optimal line.
I like that because that
He's
means we
also
have
on base.
pressure
He's always. Oh, we
in a
stuff.
lot of lanes. Wow, we had another play. Yeah.
I didn't even.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. Then we should have killed both the. No, we couldn't have killed both though.
Probably ran out of space first.
Yeah, just overwrite the. No, we can't actually overwrite the Dire Hound. That was pretty stupid.
Oh well.
Yeah, I like at this point he doesn't have draws going on, and so he doesn't have a way to clear 3 lanes. So I don't like overwriting any of our cards.
This rage probably nail in the coffin.
Yeah. So the key of this game was the rage turn when we got an insane
Oh,
amount of
that's
value
yeah. That we killed like
on
3 creatures.
1.4. That was huge.
Massive. Sleep bonker. So we just win, right? If
Yeah,
we just hit
rage is enough.
70. Oh yeah. Okay.
We can actually also kill the Drix
Why not?
just to wait. Yeah, okay, sure.
It's not
If he
Utera.
does have, but
It,
he's not even Utera.
yeah.
I
Even if
mean
he had the
that
bottom,
that
we just rage it away anyway. It was blocking, so
yeah.
no harm.
There we go. That's a this is a more convincing showing. Although we have to say our opponent drew pretty bad in 2.1, and he could
But he
have.
drew 9 cards. I didn't see I mean, to be fair, right? If he drew a card that was free, like no
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
more
But
res.
the fact that he had not any one of his good meta minds, he had one draw extra card that it was player level 1.
Oh yeah, kind of ridiculous actually.
Yeah, it was unlikely bad. Let's see if we can do better with this deck than we did in the queue last week.
I mean, this is 5 a on 5 a.m. Eon, so usually not good
Well,
idea.
once again, the public has to know the sacrifices that Ian makes to record these shows.
I was gonna record this earlier today, but then my internet was just lousy. It was just being a bugger.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Dragon and Lord,
Maybe
most
Dragon, maybe
likely.
Lord and more even, but assuming he
That
plays
is
nothing too concerning.
that is a Dragon and Lord.
Yeah, let's just like avoid it. And then suddenly he's playing NT and the Windweaver comes along. Ah, quite unlikely.
At which point we'll be fine because we will get procs on our. No, we won't. But we could if we have the Leyline Demon.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Whoa.
That's going deep. Wow. Congratulations to our opponent. So what we do here is I think we block with the
The Frostmane Rage. Because we
yeah
kill.
Frostmane Enrage. I think that is pretty good at this point.
It's pretty good.
Frostmane is one of our the best threats.
It's just a very solid
So
creature.
yeah, it's one of
You
the
just
best
can't
cards
go
that
wrong with Frostmane. And
yeah
I feel like a lot of people hit on Behemoth, right? like going on a bit of a tangent here, right? But a lot of people hate Behemoth because it has no downside, quote unquote downside,
Yeah,
because it's a great underdrop. It almost feels like you can't go wrong playing it, right?
yeah, which is true.
Wow, that 40% fail chance. I would say I'm sad for you, but no. So we know he is playing
No,
Windweavers. So it's either
yeah,
we get rid of the Drake and or we ignore it, but we can't. So
I think we play Xerox in some lane, and then since he has played a Nether Shriek at this point, if we ignore it, his other Nether Shrieks are more likely to hit.
but if we ignore it, he has a Windweaver anyway. So that's yeah.
Yeah,
It's NT after all. So
I like blocking here. And then we play Xerox in. No, we played in 3. Well, it doesn't really matter, I suppose.
I mean everything's blocked, kinda. And if he blocks in two, we move, right? If he doesn't block at all, then
Yeah, it doesn't matter since the other card actually is a Windweaver.
oh, that's always rage, I guess.
Yeah,
You the well, it's 100%. Can't get angry about 100%. Andros? Because we
let's
get a
see. Will
yeah,
we
we
get a
get a free
demon?
dude.
We will.
Oh, better lane.
Yeah, in the good lane too. That's really good for us. So
It's
we
kind of weird.
play
Rage, I
Move
guess.
Over and Xerox and Rage. Yeah,
It's a very awkward rage.
we don't have spots to do
We don't have
anything.
the
I don't
space.
think
No,
it's awkward.
I mean, it feels bad when you only kill one creature with rage. Usually, when you play rage, you want it to be like this massive blowout. That, yeah, but it doesn't need to be, right?
Yeah, it's still
Oh my god, this
a
hand
really
is
good card.
disgusting.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, we're kind of getting there this game.
the follow up is really disgusting. And that's the thing about Soulforge, right? Sometimes when you have spikes in like, say we have nothing to kill now.
So we don't even have to rage.
Do we just play the
I
leyline
think
demon? Wow.
yeah, or
Wait,
well, that's an abrupt end to our
it is.
constructed queue.
It is. And I was about to go on tangent on why I don't think Behemoth. I know
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah. Continue. Sorry.
so the thing about Behemoth, right, is that a lot of people say it's just no downside. That's why like we shouldn't have cards like that because there's pretty much no downside to playing a Behemoth in your deck, right?
Yeah,
But if you look back to set 3, when everyone saw Frostmane Dragon, no one was excited. No one was like, oh my god, this card is just too good. Right?
it's just silently one of the best cards in Soulforge, but nobody has. I haven't seen anyone complain about it.
Yeah, no one's like if you because technically if the Frostmane lives, the egg lives, it's literally two Frostmanes, and that's insane. And mobility too, all that is just so solid. And Behemoth is just more in your face about it,
Okay,
right?
at this point, I'm just getting fragments of your speech.
God damn it, it's unfortunate. I'll try to go on though, just for the sake of the video. So like Behemoth is very in your face about its, I would say, inherent unreasonability because it's a giant 10-10 that's staring at you, right?
Yeah,
And but Frostmane makes two 5/6s to 9/11s that have wings.
yeah. I mean,
And
it doesn't make it for sure, and it takes some time in between it. So at the time that you get the new body, the opponent has the possibility to like answer it with better
yeah,
cards.
the egg can be answered more easily than Behemoth.
Yeah, and
But
also it makes less sense as an underdrop because well, it
well,
works
it's only
great
a
with
five
rage,
six,
but
yeah.
that's on rage being a great underdrop. While Sharp Blade Behemoth is better at doing that.
True.
Well, I think that's the thing, the 10-10 stats from the start.
Yeah, I can see that
But
getting to people. I mean, do we have creatures like this for Necrim and Loyal? Like this good, solid creatures that can generate value inherently?
yeah, I mean, when you get a level whatever 1 point or 2.1 17 steal the avatar,
Uh-huh. But
steal
that
Forge
pigeonholes you into
avatar.
decks, one. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you only
of
can play
course.
mono A and well mono A.
Yeah,
I
and
mean the
Behemoth does a big body like that
but you can just slam
without.
Behemoth and Frostmane into most of your respective decks.
Yeah. But considering both the dragon, Frostmane Dragon and Behemoth
Hmm.
should probably be in every deck of their respective colors.
Except for very specific ones like Stasis.
Yeah, very specific ones. Um,
I mean it's hard to find a reason for you to not play Behemoth in your Utera deck.
yeah,
Because it is after all no downside, right? So why wouldn't you play Behemoth? Because the reasons are
yeah.
really small. There aren't that many reasons you don't play Behemoth. And
And
because
the worst part is when you try to when your opponent plays Immortal Echoes on Behemoth,
oh my
and you're
goodness,
trying to counter it with Orion Justice here,
it doesn't work because
it doesn't actually work.
it
It,
doesn't
it
even
is
care about
it's
the.
proof.
Yeah. Time to play Herald
Uh,
Destruction, guys. It's
Herald of Destruction. Yeah, that's the card. That's the card that you want.
it's too deep.
That's much too deep. So,
Indeed. Right.
any final thoughts before we sign off? We made 3-1 with this Angry Abominations deck, or the Anti-Rage Abominations, or
Rage bombs.
whatever you want to call this abomination.
Yep.
We had a pretty solid showing after a weak first game.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the first game opponent spiked really hard.
Yeah,
Like we
then
got
again,
we got advantage. We got full board, and then opponent Oros and Scythe. Now that didn't
yeah,
quite lose us the game, but it killed all our momentum basically.
yeah, certainly did. And then we had game two, which was against a subpar zombie deck.
Yep.
So we were just supposed to win that with a decently constructed deck.
Correct.
Game three against Meta Minds, which I
Nevermind.
think is a really, really strong contender in this current meta game.
A very
See
straightforward
what I
deck.
did there?
Wait, go again. Contender, something, meta. Really?
Yeah, pun intended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am
So
I am
so
I
sorry about that.
am I supposed to call you Panyan now?
Yeah,
All right then.
I suppose it's not the worst. Yeah, but that game was not as close as it could have been if our opponent drew better. So I don't think
You can't just
any
write
of the
it
games
off.
turned out to be as interesting as I found many of the other games with this deck to be.
Yeah, this one the most impressive showing. We didn't have any very techy turns where Lord had to kill itself and then Xerox you had to play Xerox, Lord kills itself, and then Xerox just got enough attack with rage. Yeah, like
Yeah,
we didn't get into very complicated turns. They were pretty straightforward. Which is kind
yeah.
of unfortunate,
But
right?
yeah, I would have loved to showcase that a bit more because if you want to play this kind of deck in the queues, you will see.
You will find those
Um,
turns, and you will sit there for like 5 minutes trying to figure out the most optimal line of play.
yeah. Another thing that is good with this deck is we got some feedback on Reddit for the last video about the deck being very expensive.
Oh yeah, this
This
one's
deck
eight
actually only
legendaries.
have 8 legendaries, and none of them
Osman,
are
Rage,
new.
Tyrant. Yeah, all of them are pretty old legendaries, and most of
Actually,
them go
only
into
have
eight.
6 new heroics.
Heroics, okay, I guess.
Yeah. So this is more of a budget deck, but
But
it's
it's
still
also a
competitive, and
very what's the word I'm looking for? Like you can make
it's hard to
very
fight.
complicated plays with this deck. Right? Some of your turns are very
Yeah.
straightforward, but some of your turns are like if you execute them perfectly, you feel like a god. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, this deck, when it comes together, it makes you feel really, really good, and it makes you happy to play Soulforge. It's one of the most fun ways to play Soulforge at this point, and I think
It's
there are a lot of matchups that are really interesting at this point.
Indeed. Metagame is pretty
Yeah,
exciting right now.
definitely. I think that's all we have for this week.
Yeah. It's getting quite long. It's
So
like an
for
hour
Pion
and
and
Ian.
what's your name? I think we are signing off, right?
Right. See ya.